Hello, good day everybody. Welcome back to game number 2 of Fnatic versus Alliance. Fnatic are finding themselves down a game up against Alliance in the winner bracket finals here of the G1 League Western Qualifier. The winner of this advances, goes to China as the winner of the winner bracket. The loser drops down to versus Team Liquid, who earlier on today beat EG and beat them 2-0, did it in fashion, as we're now going to jump ourselves into game number 2. I am Gods from Beyond the Summit, and joining me is Bulba, who is no longer muted. He's now here. How are you doing, Bulba?
I am elated to witness the Alliance versus Fnatic.
Yep.
Sorry, I was thinking of an intro, but
That's all right. You've got to be feeling like you'd probably rather verse Fnatic in that loser bracket final, or do you not have much of a preference?
I rather play Fnatic. I think most teams would rather play Fnatic at the moment than Alliance. They're looking really strong. I haven't seen them lose. I've seen them lose a few sets here and there, but they've been solid since for like maybe a month or two. Like every game, it's really good play, really good strategy, and they're the most like a solid team, like most stable team. And they always know what to do. Like I think they're the most efficient team.
Yeah.
They're really good at pushing lanes out. They're really good at farming on all their heroes, and they never get on their farm. Like Alliance, they lose games often because they farm more than they probably like they do like these cocky kind of fights sometimes, but they always like it's annoying going late game versus team because they always have more items than you. It's because of how they play.
Yeah, and not just on their core heroes, their supports also get themselves a decent amount of farm. I guess, quick question, how well do you think they'll match up if they win this game and go into China? Do you see them taking top 1, top 2, or do you see them just sort of falling off somewhere in the middle of the pack?
I'm being honest, I feel if they get their strong heroes, like last game was basically a perfect set of heroes in my opinion for them.
Yeah.
Maybe S4 on Mag or Puck, but Beastmaster kind of fits that thing, but Beastmaster isn't as a clutch hero as those other two. But regardless, I think they would do decent because it's still hard to scope how would they do versus IG, but I think they would have a good chance maybe versus DK or LGD China.
Yeah, I agree. I think they could hold their own and possibly even, like, if they were going up against DK or LGD, I would give them at least 50-50 shots. I mean, against anyone apart from IG, I think they're at least on par and possibly even ahead of some of those teams.
I think Orange might have a good playstyle versus them.
Yes.
So
I
think Orange
totally agree.
like one thing about Orange is they actually play a different kind of style, but they play more aggressive than Alliance. Meaning they always pick 3-core. If you look at Alliance how they play, they always have tri-core. And even when Envy was on the team, they were the ones that started picking Lone Druid, Luna, and something for S4 like like Gyro mid or something. Like they had no before that, no team used to pick like that. And mainly that was one of the reasons because Bulldog was such a good Syllabear, and they were one of the teams. People used to do offlane Syllabear before them, but no one was as efficient as him. Like no one used to drag 2 creep waves and then bring it between your towers to deny like 2 or 3 waves against the other carry. And if you played versus that, you would know how annoying that is when you're playing the carry. Just like the Syllabear that just takes 2 of your creep waves and then takes it between the towers that you're playing versus, and then you're like 2 full waves are denied. It's just like no one does that. And even in China, I don't see people that play offlane Druid like him.
Yeah, none of the teams even really like to run the offlane lone Druid. Well, we're going to jump ourselves into game 2, and Fnatic have gone with, I guess I would call it all faithful. They've gone for the PL Coddle. They pick up the Bane as their 3rd pick as well, which is going to act as a nice sort of quasi-counter to the Lifestealer. And there's also the Nature's Prophet, which is going to be Bulldog's hero for the offlane.
So Furion is kind of the same thing as the Lone Druid, but he's not as efficient as, like, meaning he can drag the creep waves, but he's not as efficient because the treants aren't as tanky.
Yeah.
And I think Alliance, when they played Bulldog used to go like the normal build and used to just go offlane and lane, but recently they've been really greedy and he just goes to the jungle straight up and starts farming.
I think against this
Total
trial lane
PL
you kind of need to.
Yeah. And Kodo PL Bane is really strong. It's really hard to go aggressive tri-lane versus this.
Oh, something Alliance can do though. Nature's Prophet, like Lone Druid, is great in 1v1 matchups, so if Alliance want to go offensive tri-lane with Lifestealer, they definitely can consider that.
The thing about Bane is he's really annoying to play versus with the Nakes.
Yeah.
In an aggressive. Because if you get them feeble and you maybe have 1 or 2 clarities, it's really hard for the Nakes to farm against the PL. And you have the Nightmare also, so if they do initiate, if you wait after the Rage, you can maybe sleep. And Kodo obviously will be spamming from far away, and it's annoying to play versus Kodo on those tri lanes as well. So
Yeah. Something I just saw quickly mention in the chat. Draw Rangers added to CM mode. Do you see this hero adding much to the metagame or sort of being picked much?
maybe in like early push strats, like kind of like a Lycan or something.
Yeah.
But he's like his damage goes down so much if you start fighting early. Or that's what I feel like. If you're caught on those things and people are chasing you and stuff, he needs a lot of items still, I think.
Yeah, I think if Dro gets left alone or you're just sort of pushing, like maybe like a Chen type draft, you can sort of fit a Dro Ranger into, but I think it's a very sort of squishy, very situational type of hero. Well, Chen Beastmaster gets banned out, so Beastmaster actually banned by Alliance. They haven't yet grabbed S4's hero. Mag gets taken out, was banned out in the first stage, and now we see Fnatic look to target some bans towards him. Puck gets taken out of the pool, and I guess for Alliance, maybe they look towards something like the 3-core, like you mentioned. They've got Prophet, Lifestealer, maybe they get something like a Queen of Pain even, because they know Queen of Pain will get quite a lot of space in a game like this, considering that Fnatic are going to be looking to get PL nice and big.
The thing about Queen of Pain is, I feel more than often than not, like the Queen of Pain, he will crush his lane and then sometimes not be as useful as a hero as like maybe Puck or a Mag or someone else that goes mid.
Yeah.
I do feel Templar is decent for both the teams right now. Like it is an opportunity for both teams to pick Templar, and I think Alliance picked it much and sometimes, and I think No Tail played it also in another match. I think it was versus us actually yesterday. He played Templar, but Templar is a possibility for both teams because I think both No Tail and S4 play a good Templar, but No Tail might be playing support again. I do think Hani should be playing support. I don't think you can solo a player, especially like S4 on Luxembourg from California.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. So
Last game he was on safe lane against the Lone Druid, which was just as brutal. We'll see who he goes to here. Imagine we see error on the PL, however things are done, and then just a matter of who's going to be playing what with the other heroes. Fly will be handling Bane or Keeper of the Light. TA actually gets banned out, so we're not going to see the S4 TA. We're looking.
I think that's a good ban.
Yeah, I think it's more dangerous in the hands of Alliance than it is in Fnatic's hands right now. Especially considering Fnatic, they need something for their mid lane which is more teamfight oriented. I feel I
think Storm is good for Alliance actually.
Yeah? Okay.
Because the Storm Nake's jump is actually really good versus Kotal PL. I think.
Well,
I think we also did it versus Navi in game 1.
Fnatic have been playing a lot of Storm themselves, and they have the Keeper of the Light, which is decent to combine with that, and rushing that Boots of Travel, and that's something they could definitely consider here. If you've got the PL, having a Storm Spirit who can fly anywhere on the map with a fast Boots of Travel, and then the Keeper of the Light for the Chakra. I think Storm actually fits, it's kind of like the TA, is great in both teams' lineups.
I think Clockwork is actually also really good for Fnatic. It's good for Lifestealer. It's really good versus Leshrac in the fights, because Leshrac depends on staying in front of the tower, and you can usually hook him. Okay, so you're right on that. Storm. I think Fnatic, the reason they picked this was to pick themselves Storm and deny Alliance of getting Storm.
Yeah. They had the first pick once it got out of that ban stage. I guess the question is going to be, like you mentioned, is Hani still playing the Storm, or do we? No Tell, I see him playing like all the time in his pub games. He loves this hero, but the competitive matches, it has been Hani handling it.
I think it has to be No Tail to play the Storm. It's going to be difficult for him to play on the thing. I hate reiterating that, but it does affect, and especially a hero like Storm that you need to use the jumps to dodge. Maybe Split Earth. If he mistimes a jump, he might not dodge a Split Earth or something like that. Especially like Split Earth is such an easy spell to dodge, but the Leshrac has basically land ping, and Hani is playing from California. It's going to be hard for him.
Yeah. Alliance now thinking through this fourth pick, as they do need another support. Chen gets taken out of the pool, which is a smart ban from Fnatic, and I get maybe we can look for something like your old Shadow Demon Leshrac combo here. I feel like just going back for a Shadow Demon against a PL as well. So you have that sort of mid to late game own. You have your PL illusion army of your own with a Shadow Demon. I'd be surprised if Alliance actually don't grab Shadow Demon.
Yep. Okay, you're right. Shadow Demon is. It had to be the Shadow Demon.
Yeah.
I think that's the best support. And Shadow Demon is actually a decent hero versus Bane, because you can usually disrupt whoever he's gripping.
Yeah, there's a Clockwork.
For
Okay. We're on point today, Bulba. We should be like standing in for these teams. We know exactly what they're picking.
The thing about Dota right now is it's really sometimes it's really obvious to predict what a team is gonna pick.
No, you
'Cause
don't say
it's
that,
not
Bulba.
gonna-
You should be saying it's really
Okay, I'm
difficult.
sorry. Jug.
Interesting. This solo mid
There's a jug mid.
I'm wondering. We haven't seen what S4 is picking up just yet. There we go. Load it onto the lifesteal. So yeah, this looks like a Juggernaut solo mid.
I think this might be safe lane Nakes. I don't know if they want to go aggressive still with this.
With the like an offensive Juggernaut tri lane. And
No, I think it has to be S4 mid with the Jug. The thing about Jug is actually pretty weak versus Bane and Clockwork and PL.
yeah.
I think you saw when we played Clockwork versus Navi's Jug, the cogs is this annoying versus for the spin.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just like traps him in, and it's one of the ways like spin TPing is a possibility for Jug, but with Clockwork you can just cog him when he's spinning and TPing and it drops. Like these are little things. Storm is actually really good versus Jug also too, because Jug you can't really ulti the Storm. The Storm is just gonna run away.
Yeah, there's not a lot of reliable lockdown for Storm, and like you mentioned, Hani unfortunately cannot be playing the Storm, and is going to be Fnatic's No-Tail playing the Storm for the Radiant team. Elsewhere, we have Hani on the Bane, we've got Fly playing the Support Keeper of the Light, we've got Era playing the PL, and Trixie on Clockwork. So a slight role switch here, but I think Fnatic, they're not going to be too worried by this. Oh,
Yep.
Alliance. Early smoke gank. We'll introduce them quickly.
Oh, I know what they're doing. They're trying to do they think Fnatic might think they're doing a Roshan, which is always a possibility. They might do their trademark alliance, go from behind.
Oh, they've come around through the lane. They see Bane. This is easy pick off. I think Fnatic just leave Bane to die. Yeah. Oh, he's considering Nightmare himself. Now he will. Illuminate's going to come and do a decent amount of damage. So they lose Bane, but the Illuminate hits 5 heroes.
That is Alliance is so good at doing these like weird things.
Yep. Well, First Blood gets picked up. Actually, taken by Loader on the lifesteal as well. So of all the heroes to get it, probably one you'd love to have it on. Loader's going to be playing lifesteal. We've got Aki on Leshrac, EGM playing the Shadow Demon, Admiral Bulldog on Nature's Prophet, and Juggernaut being played by S4 at mid lane. And with First Blood, Alliance say, hell yeah, let's go offensive tri-lane. 1v1 matchup for the Nature's Prophet against Clockwork, which is a pretty favorable matchup for Nature's Prophet, I'd say. I guess you know Clockwork better than I do, so I don't know how you feel about that matchup.
I played this matchup quite a bit, actually, versus, I think, it was both Scan and then one more player, I think. I forgot, but if the Clockwork knows how to play the lane, I think it can be somewhat even.
Okay.
But if you don't, it's hard for the thing. And I think Trixie, he went the wrong build. I actually go cog a little more.
Oh man, mid, dead. Second blood. No tails down. The two supports, they kind of pretended they were going offensive tri-lane, and I think that's where No Tail thought he's safe, because if you're going offensive tri-lane, the supports need to be there from the start, but Loader just played a bit safer, and he's got boots already from that first blood gold, so Storm Spirit, very early death on him.
That's going to hurt.
Also,
especially because they just depend a lot on Storm Spirit to carry the mid game for them.
Also gives S4 enough gold for his bottle right from the right from before minute 1, and they rotate around again. They've got this sentry ward, so they know there's no ward spotting them, and they're going to go in for another kill. No Tail, I don't know if he sees this coming. He looks dead again. Kills off this. Well, he's not going to kill off this grip wave in time. He's trying to run away. Disruption. Goodbye. No Tail. There's no getting out of this. Aki takes a bit of damage from the tower, but not going to matter. No Tail. Ooh, almost matters. Aki gets down to about 100 or about 50 HP there. And now
This is such good play.
Now Fly rotates mid, but the thing is, I think the supports are just going back bottom. This is Keeper of the Light sort of. I mean, he comes mid, but what's he actually do? I guess he's just going to soak up the XP until Storm Spirit gets back, since No Tail is not in the lane.
Yeah, this is really good play from Alliance, because they know that Loda is going to be able to easily get experience bottom. Like, there's nothing that Kodo, Bane... Bane is a good hero versus Nyx, but it's like they can't really kill him. They can't do damage to Nyx, and there's only a few heroes in the game.
Are they going for a
back to
third kill? They're going to find Keeper of the Light. This is a kill as well. No issue here. These supports... Alliance are just, like, playing on another level right now to Fnatic, compared to Fnatic.
EGM and Ake have been their MVP so much. Like, you see Bulldog and for making the plays. These two guys have been carrying the team a lot.
Yeah, they've been playing it. The other big thing that happened was this dire sentry ward at blocking the pull. Fnatic tried to de-ward it. They had a sentry both above, up here, which and also below, and neither one spotted the sentry ward. They didn't actually de-ward this sentry, and then Fnatic comes in, takes out the sentry, and this pull is still blocked. Keeper of the Light as well as Bane are getting very annoyed by this, and this bottom lane is a lot harder than it should be.
That's big when you can't de-ward like that. Just even 3 minutes with the sentry ward of blocking the pull is enough to totally screw up the support. They have nothing. Alliance they got gold and farm from killing, even though they don't have like a lane to actually pull or anything. But Fnatic, they haven't been able to kill and they haven't been able to pull. Just stacking the camps.
Are they going to get a kill on PL now? They've got sentry wards for it. I think Era's dead here. No, Radiant sentry ward will spot out the rotation, so not something they were expecting. They may actually just... Yeah, they drop a sentry ward. It's amazing. They come around for a gank, and as soon as it doesn't work, they're like, that should have worked. The only way it doesn't work is if there's an observer ward right here, and they get the D ward immediately.
And Bulldog is going to be farming fine top. He's going to... As soon as he hits level 6, threat of the Fury on TP is going to be up. When he gets the ultimate, they can easily kill. Even S4, if he gets 6 before No Tail, he can kill him pretty easily.
Yeah, well, Era at bottom, I mean, Era's not even farming all that well, considering he was safe lane with supports, and for most of this game, he's only been up against just Loda. Loda's already got his phase boot. Sure, he got helped up by the first Blood Golden. Aki and EGM going for another smoke gank, and they're going to get it. It's daytime, but they can kill this Bane if they want. And yep, they're going to go on Bane. He's got Nightmare. He's also got 1 point in Brain Sap here, but I don't see him surviving this Edict damage. Is this going to be enough? Can Honey get off a Brain Sap? Even he will do so, but he goes down anyways. They use the illusion to get rid of the Nightmare.
Look at the Shadow Demon. This is probably the most effective Shadow Demon Leshrac combo I've seen in quite a while.
Yeah. I kind of feel bad that Aki suicided to neutrals because now it looks like Fnatic have a kill. When in reality, this has been a perfect game from Alliance.
Yeah, this is like a clinic of how to play.
Yeah.
Just roaming support.
They need to fix that.
They're gonna go and get they might get Era actually.
They need to fix it so these suicides don't show up. Sentry Ward, Disruption, Split Earth. Dead, most likely. He's trying to run out of range, but he's not going to do so. He just drops a Spirit Lance. Also an Illuminate coming in. EGM takes quite a bit of damage. He's got a salve, though.
If you look at top, Honey's actually smoking up there for Bulldog.
Okay. Fairly early smoke. I guess with a Nightmare into Battery Assault Cogs, this should be a kill. Or even Nightmare not even needed. Bulldog trying to TP out. Nightmare comes in. Battery Assault. Can he TP? Doesn't look like it. Nature's probably going to throw an ultimate. There's no TP support, though. Now the TP support comes, but it's going to be too late. Loader. He's coming with phase boots. He may actually look for Honey here. Honey, who has no boots. TP. He's trying to Clarity, so he has TP man. He does do so now, but Loader's not actually looking for him.
S4 solo killed. No tail.
Man.
And he didn't even use his ultimate. He just used his spin and...
Oh, he's going to get another kill. He
oh
TP'd in. He's dead. No. Yeah, he's dead. Oh, maybe not. Needs a spin. Does have mana for it. Spins a bit late. S4. He's not dead. Okay. Awkward.
Okay, let's just give Storm level 6.
I thought Juggernaut... I thought Omnislash did more damage than that.
I think if he waited... when he did the Omnislash, he didn't have his phase boots, actually. I think if he waited to get his phase boots and then he did that, he could have had enough damage.
Yeah.
But even then, like, the Storm is so screwed up. I don't think S4 needed to do that. He was farming fine mid.
I think he figured if he gets that kill, it's just completely GG for Storm Spirit. It's like that last game where those entangle hacks were happening and you'd say, man, if that entangle's there, you just rage quit. That's one of those moments where if you're Storm, you're thinking you've lost.
God, the Shadow Demon Leshrac.
I missed that one, but Keeper of the Light goes down as well. It's complete wipeout from these supports. Trixie will catch out Aki here. Aki in a bit of trouble. Doesn't have all that much HP. Can't actually get off anything here. And Disruption's still on cooldown. Shadow Demon, he comes in comes Loader as well. Shadow Demon trying to just sort of bring down this Clockwork. Trixie, Storm Spirit also flying from behind. There's Bulldog there in a bit of danger. No Tail, he's on the run. They are going to bring down Clockwork. Looks like they're now going to change target here. EGM in trouble. Spirit Lance goes out from Era, and Era picks him off. Double kill actually for the Storm Spirit. No Tail. He suddenly turned things around here. Buyback, it looks like. Clockwork's back in this. Fnatic Trixie looking for Loader. Loader lands. He rages off. Doesn't get hit by the Illuminator. And this could actually save his own life. He's still chasing. Another open wound just there. S4. He's going to get pulled in under the tower. Tier 2 tower not actually attacking him. Spirit Lance from Era and everyone out of mana on the Fnatic side. Clockwork buys back, but didn't really do a whole lot with it, it feels like.
Yeah. And another thing, if you look at Clockwork's build, I seriously... I dislike Rocket Flare maxing. I think the Battery Assault does so much damage. I don't know. I always level up Battery Assault. I never like going Rocket Max. And if you look at all these kills, it's taking Trixie so long to do damage. If he,
Yeah.
even if you have like the jump in damage from level 1 to level 2 in battery assault, is so much more damage.
It's more
Like,
than double.
15 to
Yeah.
35. Yeah, it's so much. It's like, if you don't want the rock battery, at least get level 2 of battery assault. It's so much more damage. Like, these little 15 mini stuns are not doing anything.
Yeah,
So,
compare that to the rocket flare goes from extra 40 damage from a rocket flare. Battery assault gives you an extra 20 damage per tick, and it's ticking multiple times.
especially his role in this game has to be the ganker, because
Yeah.
when you get aggressive tri-lane, the solos on both the mid and the top should try and rotate to the aggressive tri-lane to try and get some kills. And Clock is Clock is such a popular pick because he can do that. He has a long range initiate, and he has a lot of damage. But if you don't level a battery assault, you lose a lot of the damage. So it's gonna be rough for Trixie to do as much without getting some more levels and leveling that up.
Well, we may see another attempted kill on Bulldog at the top lane. Bulldog going for a fast phase boot. He likes to do this build on Nature's Prophet. Go for the fast phase boots. Now he's actually going to go into a mech as well. No Midas coming out from him. As for a Fnatic, though, they're really sort of playing from the back foot. No tell. I mean, all of a sudden, a freebie from Juggernaut from S4. A double kill in that big fight in the jungle there, and suddenly he's 3-3, picks up 2 null talismans, and has sort of turned this game around a bit. Hookshot comes in from Trixie, he catches EGM, who's trying to de-ward here. Split Earth from Aki, Trixie could be in a bit of trouble here. Nature's Prophet dropped the ultimate, and this Illuminate almost brings down Aki. Trixie, Aki actually goes down, PL comes in for the Spirit Lance, S4 going to finish off Clockwork, and now Fly goes down. Bulldog with the TP in. Is there any more from this PL? He got 1 kill there. Nice little snipe, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
The problem right now, I feel, is every time Fnatic gets a kill, they're not going to get much out of it. They're going to get the kill, but they're going to get maybe some levels of gold. Alliance is going to keep pushing and keep putting pressure in all the lanes, and eventually they're just going to get the towers, and they're going to easily get Roshan, especially with the Jug Ward and the Furion. Like, Jug and Furion can probably go right now and do Roshan by themselves.
Looks loaded. Loaded just picks up his Drum of Endurance, so he's got his sort of early game aggression core items. Phase drums, his mobility is there. He's got some good stats and damage output now. And it's like you said, yeah, they can go for Roshan whenever they want, really. They're going to start taking down towers, and that's where, right now, they're up by 3k gold, but that's without taking a single tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Bulldog is going to have his mech soon, and that's really big.
Has fallen.
Yeah.
So he's actually not going for the Midas build, which I think is fine this game, because he can be playing aggressive, and Furion that gets farmed like this, he could probably be more effective.
It's like you
than just the
mentioned
Midas.
last game, the fast mech really helps, and considering the 2 supports for Alliance, Shadow Demon Lesh, they're not going to be looking to get a mech up. One of them maybe has Arcane Boot soon, but right now, they're both just sitting on regular boots, Magic Wand. They've been spending a lot of time ganking, and this is one of the rare times where Alliance don't have very well farmed supports, but they've done so much more with the kills they're getting for Alliance in terms of creating space and shutting down Fnatic.
The one thing about those kills that did happen for Fnatic is that Hani actually got level 6. So level 6 on Bane is probably the biggest level 6 in this game right now, because the grip is going to be basically a solo kill every time they can get it. They can even kill Jugger and Nakes with the grip.
Yeah. Well,
Player's top
we'll
tower
see
is under
if they
attack.
can look to use that to some good here. They've got Bane sitting around this top lane, waiting maybe for a TP in, and they've also actually even bringing Keeper of the Light, but Alliance are actually bottom. Doesn't look like they're looking for a kill on Era, but maybe they're expecting some more heroes to come that can sort of bring them some kills. It seems both teams are just waiting for their opponents to TP and try to find a pickoff. They've gone in on Era. They actually can get this kill. Maybe he dodges the Split Earth by running forward, but Loader, Infest was there if he needed the damage. It wasn't even needed. Shadow Demon picks up the kill, and Bane at top is going to quickly realize, well, no one's TPing in. They're going to try pressure this tier 1 tower, but things looking very difficult for Fnatic here.
Yeah. And once
Radiant's bottom
Alliance are
tower
probably
is
gonna.
under attack.
They're still only doing Roshan. They don't want to give a top tower like that. And S4 is gonna have drums soon. But as soon as they get their mech up on Bulldog, which is pretty close, they can just go take towers.
Yeah.
And with the Jug Ward, there's nothing
Oh,
really good.
Gripper top. S4 brought down.
Yeah. So that was a good gank there. I think Hani was waiting there for literally like the past 2 minutes.
He was waiting there ages in sight, then he got so fed up, he just went and...
Look at No Tail.
Oh, man. He's going to be okay here. Maybe. Uses up a lot of mana to get out of there. Nature's Prophet TPing. Nope, he cancels. He thought about that one.
Radiant's middle tower
Honey
is
wasted...
under
Oh, not wasted. I wouldn't even say wasted, but he was just lurking around for so long, being so patient. He even got fed up that he pulled the Dire Creeps just to the normal pool camp to help push down this tier 1 tower fast. But Fnatic still not really doing a whole lot to this tier 1. They just don't have a very strong pushing lineup.
Yeah. Their lineup is entirely defensive, and that's the problem with PL. That one of the reasons it's hard to play with.
They're looking for kills at top lane. TP out just in time from Keeper of the Light. Loader, he's looking for Trixie. Trixie, he's hiding pretty well.
The thing about PL right now is that if you play PL, you have to play a specific style, and it's really defensive, and it takes off your up. Like, it's hard to do things with PL.
Yeah.
And that's one of the problems. Like, the other team has free reign to do what they want, and they can't make mistakes. That's the only thing.
He's tried to help here and there, coming to fights just to throw a Spirit Lance, but it's always been when Fnatic are on the back foot. If it's an even fight and PL comes, he can maybe be a difference maker with a Spirit Lance, but if it's a fight where Fnatic are on the back foot, he's not going to do anything to help them out, which has been the case for most of those fights. Fnatic, well, still in a bit of trouble here. EGM actually... What's he doing bottom lane? He's spending a lot of time down here.
He's trying to make these like clutch plays, which is
Infest
one of the
bomb.
reasons.
Lifesteal is inside the Nature's Prophet. Are they actually going to get error? Sprout's there, but this is too far. This is too close to this tier 2 tower. Grip on EGM. And in comes the Omni Slash. We'll cancel that. EGM still taking damage. No-Tail going to fly his way in. Brings down the Bane. Defensive disruption. EGM still going to go down. It looks like Trixie takes him out. No-Tail now trying to fly on out. He gets chakra'd up. Gives himself some more mana. Loda's still chasing. Can Loda actually get this kill? Doesn't look like it. He goes back on Trixie instead. 2-for-2 trade so far. Are we going to have any more go down? It looks like Era with some Spirit Lancers may be able to help out a bit here. S4 is low. He's got 2 more bottle charges he'll probably sip on through. An Era... He's backed off. He's out of mana. These Spirit Lancers chewing through everything. Chakra comes out from Keeper of the Light. This is... If Keeper of the Light had, like, level 6, level 7 with a maxed out Chakra, these fights would be, funnily enough, a lot easier for Fnatic, because Storm ran out of mana, PL ran out of mana, all these heroes just didn't have extra, like, nukes from the Storm Spirit or Spirit Lancers from the PL.
Yeah, Fly has such a rough game, because these heroes are so good versus... is really good versus Kodo, and so is Jug.
Yeah.
And they're going to be able to ball pretty easily. Loda, I wonder what item is going to go.
Nope.
Just going to probably go for the armlet.
There's your mech coming out from Nature's Prophet. They're looking for Era again. Another Dust gets used, and they're not really killing him. Oh, Split Earth hits No-Tail. No-Tail gets Nightmare up, keeps himself alive. He's still actually flying in. He's looking for EGM. Zip in, zip out. He does get out of there. Loda's trying to chase a bit more. Admiral Bulldog drops the Sprout on Hanny. Split Earth to follow. Lightning Storm is there. They bring down Hanny and Storm. The Cogs, I believe, it maybe even saved him from that chase from Loda. Storm Spirit still taking damage, and Alliance, they get one pick off. Not as much as they'd like. They would have loved to have picked up that Storm Spirit, but what they're going to get is a tier 1 middle tower, it looks like.
The disrupts from EGM have been on point, both offensive and defensive.
Yeah.
The disrupt bottom actually helped save him, and the one right here got them the kill also.
Well, Alliance now. Tier 1 tower actually somewhat being defended by Fnatic. They're going to drop the Cogs here, not actually going to reach Loda. As tier 1 tower gets picked up by Bulldog now, and we'll see him maybe going back for a damage item now, after having this mech up.
Probably, he can go anything. If they want to push early, he can probably get a book.
Yeah.
Because there's no Helm the Dominator heroes on Fnatic or Midas heroes.
I wouldn't mind the classic Shadowblade, just I mean, especially considering how much time Lifesteal is spending infesting him. If you can have like a Shadowblade Nature's Prophet, TP anywhere on the map, and then Shadowblade in with a Lifestealer inside you, you can do a lot of damage and catch people by surprise.
Are we going to see it on No-Tail if you look at his gold?
Boots of Travel?
Are we going to see it? I really don't want him to go Boots of Travel, but...
He may pick off Loda Rage. He has no TP. He can't actually buy one. Loda's dead. I think no TPs are coming in. Alliance react. They actually I thought that tier 1 tower went down, which is why I was...
That was a huge misplay from Fnatic. I don't know why they didn't wait for Hani to initiate. Why?
Oh, with the like, grip.
Yeah, because Storm's jump is a good initiate, but Loda isn't like not going to use Rage when he hears Storm's jump right on him.
Yeah.
There's enough time. If Storm grabs him, that's a huge mistake from Loda. He should be... he should easily get the Rage off like he did.
Yeah, and Alliance now grouping up at top. Storm... No, he's got all his mana back. I believe a Chakra probably from the Keeper Light helping him out there. And the Edict from Aki just level 2, but this tier 1 top tower, not long for this world. Keeper Light just trying to stall this as much as possible. Picks up another point in Chakra.
No, he actually went to Boot Travel. Oh lord.
You don't like it? I don't think this is a good game for it. The other game where Hanny went for it, I think it was a nice little pickup, but this game, when you're playing this far from behind, it's going to be tough to make this useful.
It's Hani is actually... I asked him the other day, do you think it's worth getting it so early that it makes your Orchid later? He's like, not exactly. I can always farm though. You get free TPs, and it's so good against 5-man Dota. But it's like, Fnatic is not gonna get. This is not 5-man Dota for Mid Lions. They need the Orchid to get kills off on the Nakes. Orchid is such a good item versus the Nakes and the Jug.
They had,
and I think it would have been so much more.
it's like
useful.
Lifestealer was just farming earlier at top lane. Everyone on Alliance, look where they are now. Bulldog farming jungle, Aki farming jungle, 2 near mid, 1 at bottom farming. Alliance are all spread around the map farming. This is where, if he had an Orchid around the 20-minute mark, it'd be fantastic.
Yeah, it's you're investing all this gold into an item that is not going to make you do more damage, that is not going to give you like a special ability. It's not going to raise your mana pool. It's just purely just to avoid ganks and save TP gold and TP to lanes and push them out. But I guess that's the kind of environment Fnatic loves. Like they love kind of the slipper style.
Yeah.
The thing is, they're going to easily. I don't think Alliance is going to fall for that. They have Furion and the global TP, and yeah, he is going to go for the Lotars.
Yeah. Alliance don't fall for much nowadays. They're playing so well. They're going into this Roshan, even getting scouted out by Clockwork. They're just like, yeah, it's okay. Fnatic do take a tier 1 top tower, it looks like, so a small victory for Fnatic, but now we have an Aegis coming out on Lifestealer. They're looking for a TP top. Is the Lifestealer infested? Yep. They're TPing top. They're looking for pick off. Fly. Oh man, poor Fly. He's dead. You're not getting out. No TP for you.
4 or 5.
That's cruel. He didn't even have vision. He was just guessing Bulldog there.
This is probably the most poor Kodal I've seen in a while. Usually when you see Kodal, he's the most farmed hero in the game,
Yeah.
but he's not even level 6. Fly is literally level 5. It's such a rough game.
Yeah,
for him.
Keeper is one
And
of
the thing is, he had nothing to do. Like, the Shadow Demon Lush Track gank was so strong. Looks like Honey's going to actually go for bottom.
Oh, here
Why
comes
is
the TP
no
in.
TP so early?
Well, they found S4. S4 doesn't get an Omnislash off yet. He still can Omnislash. He's going to get gripped up just in time. Error gets the kill for himself. He gets himself a bit closer to that Diffusal Blade. And it's like you say, they need to get this grip off before we have the
Yeah, that
flying
was
from
fine though,
Storm.
because I didn't see that. I was looking at the top gank, but S4 had actually used the spin.
Yeah.
So I didn't see that.
It was only the
Without the
Omni
spin,
Slash.
it's pretty easy to kill the Jug.
He could have maybe Omnislash to buy time for his team to get there, but he would have had to use it very, very preemptively.
That was fine from No-Tail to TP. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think he would have done that.
If the,
He didn't see
if the
the
spin was
spin,
there. Okay. Well, Aaron out into the jungle. He's got 4 points in the juxtapose. He's trying to just farm up that Diffusal Blade as fast as possible.
He is catching up well, so
Yeah.
something good.
Well, his net worth still well behind the Lifestealer and slightly behind both Nature's Prophet as well as Juggernaut.
I mean, after something like that, it's. I do get now with the Boots of Travel. They do have a really good split pushing lineup, and even though like the Boots of Travel, like No-Tail should still maybe get the Orchid by 27 minutes if he farms at this rate.
Yeah,
It's another killer. So.
he's already got his Oblivion staff. It only took him 2-3 minutes, or probably about 3 minutes to farm. But here comes the 5-man Dota. Alliance all at mid lane. They've got Aegis on Lotus still. Illuminate's going to try and install this, but it's... You've mentioned already, Illuminate's just level 2. This Keeper Light's really poor. It's not even Keeper Light building the mech. We've got Clockwork going towards a mech. Clockwork's actually almost got a mech. With that, Fnatic actually have a much stronger team fight. They don't have to worry as much about sort of Alliance just overwhelming them so much, and it looks like Clockwork's just going to keep on farming this top lane. Error's there as well, so he's probably saying, Error, man, we need this mech really bad.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The push is gonna be. It's the Jug Ward is so good versus the Kodal.
Yeah.
It just makes Fly no like. Fly's basically only purpose in this game is to stop them from pushing, but the Jug Ward it's just like counterintuitive, and S4 is gonna actually go for the Manta
Yeah,
over the Ags.
I was about to say, Manta, or does it even look towards a Lincoln Sphere up against the Bane, or are you pretty sure it's a Manta?
I think it's the Manta. The illusions are gonna
Yeah.
be just another 2 summons that can attack the tower.
Oh.
And Bulldog TP top.
Yeah, another Lifestealer infest. He's trying to find a pick off here. That's not real. That's an illusion. Bulldog.
Looks like they might go on. Trixie's trying to get a hook.
They should know Lifestealer's infested. When he was Shadow Bladed looking around for enemy heroes. They should know that Lifestealer's inside him. And Storm, uh-oh, is he going to fall for this? He's waiting for backup. He's waiting for Clockwork. Uh-oh.
This is gonna be such a big bait.
Oh my gosh. This is... I'm surprised Loda hasn't popped out yet, because chances
think
of the
they're
max
waiting
are going on this. They're waiting for 3 heroes. There we go. The fly-in's there. Lifestealer's still inside. Now he pops out. They're going to bring down Bulldog anyways. It looks like, is there enough damage? Yes, there is. Omnislash comes out. No-Tail just barely surviving. His TP's on cooldown. for a bit longer. Can he actually escape this? Loader changes target.
Radiant's
He's
bottom
looking to
Actually,
chase down
it's a
there.
worthy trade.
Yep, I agree.
Bulldog is really leveled, and as long as the PO doesn't die and the storm, it's fine.
Clockwork's very disposable at this point.
The problem
for
is they're gonna
Fnatic.
lose bottom tower because of that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be too late. That's really big, losing a tower like that. Because now Alliance can easily farm the enemy's jungle, and they like Bulldog can just TP into the jungle, and he loves doing that. He loves going to the enemy jungle and then giving S4 or his supports farm in his own jungle.
Yeah, and the supports for the Dire Team Alliance not as farmed as they'd like to be. Aki especially, Leshrac here, one of those heroes which can scale well with items. Even just go straight, I imagine straight for something like a BKB here to help his team and the entire Alliance team. I mean, they're in no rush to end this game, even with the Aegis still on Loader. Loader, what do you think about the Orchid build? I mean, obviously entirely to counter the Storm Spirit. Do you think it's going to be a good choice over DPS?
I think it's fine because they're gonna rely on the Jug and the Furion to have DPS. And
Yeah.
their Orchid is so good versus Bane also. It's good versus most of Fnatic's heroes. Like with the Orchid, he can solo kill the Clockwork, things like that.
Yeah, and I imagine even more lockdown for the Storm's going to come in the form of Admiral Bulldog going for something like a Sheep Stick as his next big item.
No.
Well,
They're gonna try and push bottom. Has his Diffusal. I wonder what item he's gonna go next. I think Yasha. I don't know. The Manta is really good versus the Nags, but the Orchids.
yeah, I mean, all these the Orchids being up is going to sort of cause them some problems. And right now, Fnatic just want to trade towers as well as possible. Even if it's a tier 2 for a tier 1, they'll take it because they need gold. They need this Orchid on Storm Spirit, and that's helping them get it. PL needs more farm as well, so they're just trying to stall as much as possible. But Alliance are trying to go high ground here. Cog's looking to stall things up, and in goes a zip in from No-Tail, probably just looking to poke around. I don't think he wants to fully engage, but the silence, the Orchid is finished. No-Tail, he's going to be brought down. I don't think he actually saw that item pickup. I think it just got flown out as well.
That's so big.
The courier just brought it. I think it's now heading back, and it brought out his Orchid, and this could be a tier 3 tower, possibly even Rax as a result. Loader just lost his Aegis though. Aegis disappeared that very second. Alliance don't seem to care. They may need another healing ward in just a second here. They've used the mech already, so tier 3 tower getting nice and low. Alliance though, looks like this push may be coming to a short end.
It's gonna be a rough. That's big. No-Tail is not. That death costed him the Orchid. Like I predicted it would be in 25 minutes, but he died, and he actually that failed gank top. Even though it was a gank, he didn't really get much out of it. They didn't get like a tower or anything, so he's still quite far from his Orchid.
Well, Alliance, they didn't actually back off. They dropped down the healing wall. They look to re-engage here. Loader, he's enfeebled up, which is annoying more than anything. Maybe waits for that to wear off before they look to re-engage, but this is sort of the beauty of this lifesteal pick. You can just slow siege so well. You go in with the Rage, and when Rage is about to wear off, you just need to back off. Storm Spirit zipping around, trying to do his best to just find openings to do some damage here, but he's seen this Orchid now, and he does not want to be taking a fight on with that. Mech gets popped, Orchid onto No-Tail. Is there enough bullet damage there? It was an Orchid maybe. Great Nightmare, defensively used by Honey. Zip in from the Storm Spirit. Loader now going to be gripped up, it looks like. They're trying to bring down Loader, but he gets disrupted once again. EGM on point with the disruption, but it's not going to save Loader's life. Fnatic, they find a key kill, hook shot. Oh.
That was a clutch smoke there from EGM.
They're smoking to chase.
And they counter smoked.
PL, can he catch up? Doesn't look like it. Shadow Demon, he's close by. Doppelwalk, more movement speed going his way, trying to find EGM. EGM's going to get revealed in just a second. Then he's going to know what's up. Nope, doesn't reach.
Smoke into counter smoke, which is...
Alliance saw their smoke, I'm guessing, because they didn't even stop. I mean, they didn't look to kill their own neutrals. They just ran straight for their base.
And that was a pretty questionable dive there. Like, it's hard to dive into Bane, especially when you don't have like a hero that can disable him from far away. Especially because they use the Orchid on the Storm.
They got a bit greedy. So, they got the Orchid onto Loader, and then they tried to go in.
Like kill people. They can literally just make Fnatic come into them.
Yeah,
and that's so much better because you don't want Jug when you're playing Jug. You usually want the enemy team to come into you and then you Omni Slash. And especially when he has a Manta and enough DPS that he can kill probably any of the heroes solo except the PL or the Storm.
Oh,
it's a rough game.
Oh, it is. I definitely agree. I think slow sieging there with the Lifestealer, Rage, the Healing Ward, the Mech, the heals would have been a much better way because they can just go in, Lifestealer, Rage, hit the racks, and then back off when they need to. Force Fnatic to go into them, just like you say. It's sort of almost the strength of Lifesteal.
Look at No Tail and bottom. He's gonna be in trouble. Oh, this is big.
Oh man. This is slowing down his Orchid even more. He has picked up his second Oblivion Staff, but it's...
They might fight this though. This is good.
Yeah, this actually 2v3 at the moment. There's also a fourth hero coming in. They're going to grip on Bulldog. So Bulldog goes down. Loda gets out of there. Era...
I didn't notice that. Last fight, Loda had the gem, right? I didn't see.
Oh, did the gem now on the Radiant
the gem,
side?
That was actually, that's even bigger. Losing the
man.
gem like that, that's basically... That's first hero there. They might want to go on Trixie.
Yeah, I was about to
Trixie
say.
needs to get back.
Have they got vision though? It doesn't look like they've got anything of the sort. They can't get Era at bottom lane. It was Trixie getting the hell out of there. S4 losing a lot of his mana as well from this straight level 2 Diffusal. I think it's a really smart choice, especially against heroes like Jug, Lifestealer, heroes with slightly small mana pools, although Lifestealer less affected now that he's got this Orchid. That's going to boost up his mana pool a lot, but the level 2 Diffusal can give you a huge increase in your DPS for just 850 gold.
And Hani has been on point, actually. He's bringing Fnatic back into this game. So the grips, his grips have been on point. He's had good positioning in all the fights.
Yeah.
And that's basically the only spell right now they have, because No Tail still doesn't have his Orchid.
Even game 1 on his mag, he played really solid here for Fnatic. It's sort of been the overall strategies and just some of the, I mean, just getting outmaneuvered by Alliance at times, it feels like. But Fnatic, if they can contest this Roshan, be fantastic from them. They need to go soon. Roshan about to take a fall. Is there a hook shot? No. Aegis gets picked up, and as soon as Fnatic rocket that second time and see, oh, Roshan's died, we're not stealing this Aegis, they do not want to go hook-shotting into a 5v6 scenario. Uh-oh. Bulldog, Infest. He's finding a pick-off. He's finding a pick-off. Trixie, he's going to get out of there. Loda doesn't come out. I think he decided he couldn't actually get that kill, which was probably the right decision.
And they're going to be going back top. Their lanes are pushed. Bottom's not going to push fast enough.
No Tail TP's home. Needed some more mana. I mean,
He's going to have his Orchid though.
yeah,
Close.
PL really needs to try and get this bottom tier 1 tower, but he's going to have to get back so soon to defend. And another push coming in, another siege hopefully. That's loaded with Aegis. Uh-oh, they've gone right into Trixie. They're going to bring down Trixie here. He can't even pop with Meg. Hanny's the next one. Hanny, his positioning's been great so far, but that time he gets caught out in front. Fnatic's No Tail now, sort of forced to zip away. Keeper of the Light almost being brought down. Bulldog wants to snipe him. Bulldog chasing way too far. He's going to buy back though, it looks like. No, actually buyback coming out from Clockwork, but Raxes are going to take a fall. Zip in from No Tail, zip out from No Tail. Lance comes out onto Shadow Demon. PL trying to do his best to hold the top lane. Cogs now gets dropped by Trixie, but Melee Rax already down. And Alliance, they're still hanging around. They drop the healing wall. They can actually look to re-engage shortly.
That was a really good play there from Loda. Because you always anticipate the Clockwork sitting there and cogging the wave. And Trixie, I think he waited a bit too long to cog. Should have just used it. A cog lasts long enough where it would have delayed their push just a few seconds for the Kodo Blast to hit. And right now, since they don't have a pipe, it's really easy for the Kodo Blast to kill an entire wave.
Uh-oh. If they lose his PL here, this will hurt. He's got tons of gold. He can buy back, but...
Oh, that's big.
that's a useful Doppel ward. They've got a ward. They've got this ward over here, which spotted them out on that plateau.
Well, so that's big.
Yeah, no more gem for the Bane. And the Radiant team, 4.2k gold on PL. I imagine straight heart with this gold. Yeah, he picks up his Reaver. Doesn't quite have buyback gold right now, I imagine. He's probably about 100 or so short, but he's going to have it in just a second. Yeah, he's 170 gold short, but a couple creep kills, he'll be fine. He's going to try and make an illusion army to push out this top lane.
I think maybe... I guess he's going for the heart. I don't know if Menta's better. I'm not sure. Because it does make the Shadow Demon illusions better, but I can see heart. Heart isn't that good though over snakes, and the Manta is going to help him dodge the Orchid. So I can see both, but I don't know. I think the Manta might have been better. Also, the extra 2 illusions is always strong.
I think if you're fighting the Nakes with like one-on-one-ish, you're going to beat him just by having illusions, because it's unlikely he's hitting the real heroes.
That's why I think maybe the Manta would have been better. But I mean, I can see the case for both.
Yeah. Well, Alliance is just patiently seeing smoked here. Fnatic.
This is going to be a
oh man,
fight.
this is the wraparound. Alliance, I think they've seen him. It's actually Fnatic who are pinging the Shadow Demon. They now know exactly where Alliance are, and unfortunately for them, that means No Tail, Silence. He will actually get out of here okay. There's a Sprout down, but Forsyth actually picked up by the Keeper of the Light. A pretty clutch item for him to have, and there's not much... I guess they can bring down this ranged Rax, which is a small win for Alliance, but they were looking for a 2 or 3 hero kill there, and then into a GG push. If they win a team fight there, they've won the game, but Fnatic, they dodge a bullet.
Another thing that's important to note, the clockwork, when he's every time he's gonna hook in, he's gonna die. Like it's gonna be so hard for him to sustain, and that's kind of one of the things about Kotal having a team. It's in some situations I prefer going the force staff on the clockwork over the mech, because if you hook in, then you can just cog someone, but if you just force yourself out, it's enough. Like the cog is enough to win the team fight in some situations. So the thing about Trixie is every time he goes in right now, he's gonna die pretty easily. His life is basically just to suicide for his team.
Yeah, well, I think ideally for him is he's just not going. He's like, I'll just drop the cogs on the high ground here. I don't actually want to go engage into this fight. He's sitting back as far as possible. Alliance lose their creep wave. And with both top Rexes taken, they're now going to focus their attentions on mid. Loda's still with the Aegis, and he's also got 3k gold on top of a lot of this. Yeah, this is very timid play. Loda actually gets enfeebled, which will sort of negate a lot of his damage, sort of slow down this slow siege quite a bit. Loda just I'm surprised he's just not popping the rage and just hitting the tower, and then sort of back off when the rage is about to wear off, but he'll take a bit of damage.
He has the Aegis. I don't think they haven't earned. Yeah, they haven't earned. They should just earn them up and then.
Yep.
Okay, that was pretty good earn there. He waited for the earn after the rocket, but yep, and he's gonna infest.
Okay.
So
they'll keep on sieging this mid lane. It looks like. This is like the IG style slow siege with Lifestealer, which is just impossible to deal with.
another thing is Trixie could put the cog up, and they have a force staff on the Kotal. So if he does get orchided, you can force him back. I think they're worried about the disrupt though on him. But I think it's going to be Loda orchiding him and then going.
No. Disruption.
Also, one thing we discounted is the disrupt is so strong.
Yeah. Disruption. Now we see a PL Illusion army maybe being created for the Alliance team. Roxy, right now it's just Radiance Fnatic maybe trying to fight with this. At least try and burn someone's mana down. And Alliance, they just don't want to fight into this PL. PL who does have a finished Heart of Tarask.
Air did a good job of coming back, and he does have the diffusal level 2. Early. That actually was a good choice for him to get the early diffusal level 2. What is it, Zetasm J-Stop?
Yeah, I think it helps stall a lot right now. Well, Trixie, once again, pops the cogs, backs off. Shadow Demon going to drop a disruption down, try and make some PL illusions of his own. I guess that's what they try and do with PL illusions. Blinding Light, still trying to buy some time, and there we go. Rage from Loda, just needs to start hit this tower, man. Get this tower done. He's gonna get pushed back by the cogs. That'll hurt him. And the heroes still seem to be pretty juiced up for Alliance. That's really the big issue for them. Potentially, is that cogs burns their mana, as do the PL illusions with fast level 2 diffusal. But it seems like they're doing okay so far, especially with an Orchid on the Lifestealer. Zip in, no tell. Is he actually going for this kill disruption? I don't know if that was the right target. He may want to use on Loda. Loda's being brought down. Loda, though, has no Aegis. They timed it. They went in when the Aegis had expired, and now Fnatic no-tail. He's trying to bring down Bulldog. Can they see Bulldog, though? He comes out of Invis. They're going to bring him down. Great engagement from Fnatic. They're still trying to zip and find more. They're going to find EGM. Yes, they do. Rocket finishes them off. 4-0 for Fnatic. They were patient. They bought time, and they engaged as soon as Aegis was gone.
Hani, that was a really good play from him. He got the sleep off on no-tail, and so as soon as it happened, EGM actually disrupted him. And then Hani also got the grip off on Loda in a really good position, because Trixie actually hooked the left track. Like I was saying earlier, a hooked left track is basically useless in a fight.
Yeah.
Once he's cogged, and the cog was so good that it like split off the team fight. So 260 ping Dota from Hani.
I mean, game 1 he was to me the best player for Fnatic. In game 2 as well, he's playing some amazing Dota right now. Fnatic, they're still in this game. They're still in this game too. I mean, we talk about them being one of the few teams who can sort of take it to Alliance. It didn't look like they were doing it this game. They're still down a racks, but they even things up a lot here. Defensive smoke being used to help Fnatic run away. Trixie actually gets revealed. He's the one now holding that gem. And take a quick look at the gold graph. It was about a 14k gold lead going the way of Alliance, but all of a sudden, it's looking closer to 7k.
Yep. And Hani got his Ghost Scepter. Ghost Scepter is really, really good right now versus Alliance's heroes. Their main DPS is the Juggernaut and the Nakes and the Fury on right clicks. So I think C might go for that too. Yeah, Trixie. So they have 2 Ghost Scepters. Fi also might get one too. That's actually really big. 3 Ghost Scepters on a team when you're playing versus Nakes and Jug is big. It really feels like this game would have been so much more different if Loda didn't die top and they just got the Raxes without a kill, because that did give some room to Fnatic.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel the other thing which is sort of abnormal of Alliance is Aki has a lot less farm than he'd normally have. He now has his BKB. Okay. I was thinking it's about time. He's got his BKB up now, but because of sort of how... I mean, they did a great job ganking around the map. It was like absolutely perfection as far as ganking goes, but Aki's farm has not been all that good here.
Yeah. And Era's actually, we've been discounting him too, but he's doing a really good job of keeping the Lucians around, and he's trying to kill the ward and stuff. And the last fight, he got the healing ward with one of the illusions.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be going for... Maybe he might just get a Talisman right now, where he just might rush the Butterfly, and then... Or he might do Talisman Manta. I think that's actually a good thing.
You'd have to drop the TP scroll, I guess, is the big issue there. Fnatic also love their Boots of Travel. I wouldn't be all too surprised to see him just pick up Boots of Travel here. Even before he goes for the Talisman or before going to Manta, I mean, just because it's Fnatic, I would say Boots of Travel. And it's like you say, it's actually not a bad item. I mean, the Stormstrip Boots of Travel, he's kind of proving it to be an okay item here.
Gonna be a pretty big comeback though. Look at the goal graph.
It's starting to bounce. I mean, get closer for Fnatic, and you've got this PL. I mean, looking back to your game 2 against EG, they were behind by 10k gold, and then they suddenly got 4 Raxes against you. They were in a position where they should have won, and that was with a 10k gold deficit with a PL.
Well, that was partly because we had a really, really bad fight mid.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't have happened because we wanted to try and like do the thing where we're just like initiate without them knowing, and the call was to try and go on the mag, but mag was playing really far back, and it was hard to hook him. But we needed to do something. We didn't want to give them the tier 2, but we should have just given them the tier 2, or else I think the game might not have been like that hard for us to come back into.
Well, we'll see if Fnatic can do something similar here. This is looking very difficult. Alliance, another Roshan. Their 3rd Roshan of the game. This time around, Fnatic, are they going to try and contest this? Rocket's there. There is a hook shot if Trixie wants to go for this. He's going to be the one going in first, I imagine. We'll keep an eye on him. Is he going? Roshan, there we go. Flying, zip in from No-Tail. They want this Roshan. It's low. Aki goes onto the high ground for better or for worse. I'm not actually sure. This could actually be okay for Aki. He's doing a lot of damage from the high ground. Roshan goes down by the Radiant. Aegis, where is it? It gets destroyed. Lifestealer takes it now. 2 heroes dead. Clockwork and Stormstrip both dead. Loader gets himself the Aegis. S4 now bringing down Hani on the sidelines. Meanwhile, Loader trying to bring down Era. Era in all sorts of problems here. Is there a gem? It looks like they can actually see him. S4 blocking. Era can't actually go anywhere. Loader has the gem. Era is going to go down. He's got buyback, but that's a big, big win for Alliance. Fnatic, they tried to go big, but it didn't work.
What was that fight? That was a really, really, really good hook shot there from Hani. I mean, from Trixie.
Yeah.
He got like MLG 420 hook shot.
It was
whatever.
perfect time. Like, Roshan was on about 500 HP.
I think they made a mistake. No-Tail, he was trying to kill the Aegis, the Roshan.
Yeah.
But he got bashed, and S4 got a really a good crit off on him, and he just died.
I think they needed to have like a clear target in mind when they went in, whether it's Juggernaut, Nature's Prophet, or someone. Probably not Loader because of the rage, but they needed to know who they were going to focus down. Instead, it just seemed like a bit of discoordinated fight coming out from Alliance. Now, Fnatic, they're going to try and defend this mid lane. They're going to lose tier 3 tower for sure. Rax is also going to be in trouble here. Fnatic, Trixie pops down the cogs, trying to stall this. Loader going to get feebled up. Zip in from No-Tail, trying to go in on, looks like on S4. S4 going to pop a Blade Fury just in time to keep himself alive. No-Tail, he's still chasing, needs a few more right clicks. He's just going to get it. No-Tail, still zipping around. He's got like unlimited mana here, it almost feels like.
Cheese, that's why.
Oh man, Cheese from No-Tail being picked up. Bulldog now going to be brought down in his Sprout. No-Tail with a double kill on the side here. EGM searching. Era, if Era goes down again, it's GG almost. Loader though, going to quickly realize, oh, Hani, he's got no mana for a Fiend's Grip. If he has that, he can just kill off Loader here maybe at least once. Make him use the Aegis, they do so. Hani needs to go back, get himself some more mana. Lance comes out from the Phantom Lancer. Uh-oh. Mid-Raxes. At least the range Rax is very, very low. Range Rax gets brought down. No-Tail, zip in. Trying to get Bulldog here. Bulldog's got a Shadow Blade if he wants to use it. Needs to do so now. Oh no, it's on cooldown. Not going to be able to get it off.
Wow. Did Bulldog suicide for the Rax there? Looked like. That was a bit questionable for him there.
Yeah.
I think he should have done that. They didn't even get the melee Rax. And
it's a range. Yeah, it's just a range Rax.
Oh my god, that was really good play there from No-Tail. He used the Cheese, like, he went in, he initiated, he popped the BKB, and it looked like he had no mana.
Yeah.
But he just popped the Cheese and he kept chasing S4.
I watched him. I'm looking at this little mana bar of his. I'm like, okay, he's got no mana left. He could be in trouble. And then suddenly he zips like halfway across the screen to go for the next kill, which was on Nature's Prophet. I'm like, wait, what? How did that happen?
I know that the community harps on teams not being able to like finish it. Like you can probably say, oh, the Chinese would have made this game like if they were in Alliance's shoes, they wouldn't have made these mistakes. But you gotta admit, sometimes these like mistakes that the teams make and then the comeback is like makes the game so much more entertaining.
Absolutely. I'm glad we filled our quota. We have to fill out. Well, I have to fill my quota of referencing Chinese teams.
So basically, we're thanking Alliance for the throw. I hate using that throw thing, but it's so overused. But
yeah, it has, and the word itself has so many negative connotations.
Because it's like when you say throw, it's like you discount all of Hani's plays and Trixie's plays and all of Fnatic playing really well to come back to the game. So
it was like that article after you guys beat Navi on Ghosty Gamers, where it was like, oh, Navi. Like, it was all about... rather than it was Team Liquid beat Na'Vi, it was like Na'Vi lose. It wasn't about Team Liquid winning, it was all about Na'Vi losing. It was all focusing on the negative.
Most of their smoked in...
Is this going to work? Uh-oh, error. Error with no buyback. Can they actually bring Error down? They're trying to focus him. Clockwork. Hookshot not going to land. He gets blocked out. Will drop the cogs now. Error. He's still alive, but not for much longer. He's on the sideline. He hits a deck. No-Tail going to be the next to take a fall. 2 down. No-Tail. Insta buyback. This is it for Fnatic. No-Tail has got to make something happen. If he doesn't, it's all over. BKB isn't going to be enough to save his life. Doesn't really look like it. He's out of mana. Loda's still chasing. Blinding Light's going to keep No-Tail alive, but problem is, Rax is going to take a fall. No buyback for PL. Storm. He sniped. Bulldog TP'd in. He sniped him off. Oh, Bulldog.
Wow.
You sexy man.
We were just talking about that and the game ended in the most anticlimactic way.
Alliance, I mean, it was a cute little 5-man smoke gank, like right into the enemy base when they least expected. And Fnatic, well played, congrats. Loda is going back to China.
Yep. Christ. That was pretty big. That was like, I actually don't understand. Arrow was so tanky, but he still just got melted down. And then I think the Sprout, there was a Sprout here, and he couldn't like walk past. Like he was stuck inside the Sprout.
Yep, and we're going to see Fnatic versus Team Liquid tomorrow to decide the second team who's going to be going to China. But right now, Alliance, as said, they're going to China. They're going to go to China as, I guess, the top seed. I'm not sure how the seeding and the... Actually, no, there is no seeding. It's going to be a pool around Robin format where every team will play each other just for seeding. In the LAN finals, but Alliance is going to be one of the 2 Western team represented, and it goes without saying, they fully deserve it. They've been basically the top team in Europe for about a month or so now.
And they're hopefully going to prove themselves at China.
Yeah, I really hope so as well. I mean, the way they're playing right now, I definitely think they can do so. IG is always going to be tough. I mean, I say it, I harp on about it, like, can anyone compete with IG? I have my doubts, but I feel like anyone else there, without a doubt. I would even say maybe we're looking at an Alliance IG Grand Finals, which would be fantastic to have at the G1 League LAN Finals. But
who are the 4 Chinese teams? Is it Orange, DK, IG, and LGD China?
Yeah, same 4 teams as last season of G1 League. Nothing changed. Well, except some of the rosters for DK as well as Orange. Even LGD.
That's like the 4 best teams in Asia right now, I think.
Yes. Yeah, without a doubt. Orange are a funny team. Like they match up so well against some teams. It's like you say, I think they'd match up well against Alliance. They match up well against the Chinese teams, but then they go and like they lose games to MUFC, they lose games to Myth Trust. I feel like they match up better against the top tier teams than they do against the Southeast Asian teams. But that does it. Alliance, they're through. 2-0 victory over Fnatic. Fnatic are going to be going up against Team Liquid tomorrow in the G1 League. Good luck there, Bulba. Thanks for joining me. You guys can check out Bulba. Follow him on Twitter. Congratulate him for his earlier 2-0 defeat of EG. He's twitter.com/liquidbulba. Any other shout-outs?
Shout out to my team. And its sponsors, Barracuda, Razer, and Twitch, and Shiny Things. And that's it.
All right, no worries. I'll see you later, Sam.
Okay, see you later.
All right, guys, that concludes everything for today. Big thanks for everyone tuning in. While I'm here still, go check out the Beyond the Summit 2 channel. The GEST Dota 2 Grand Finals is going on. MUFC are playing First Departure. www.twitch.tv/BeyondTheSummit2. Go in there, tell them God sent you, and say hi. Enjoy some more Dota 2 action there. But this concludes our action for G1 League here. We're going to have a rebroadcast coming up probably when the GST Dota 2 ends. So once GST Dota 2 ends, I'll start the rebroadcast. But until then, for those of you who missed First Liquid and want to watch the rebroadcast, watch the GST Dota 2 until then. Big thanks to Sam for joining me for the broadcast here of the G1 match between Alliance and Fnatic. Huge congrats goes out to Alliance. Fantastic performance from everyone. You sort of harp on about great play from S4 in the mid lane in the past, carrying the team. But we had Aki and EGM with some fantastic support play, Loader with a flawless game almost on Lifestealer, and Admiral Bulldog, his Lone Druid in Game 1, his Nature's Prophet here, all around fantastic plays. So congrats to those guys. Good luck to Fnatic tomorrow. They're going to be taking on Team Liquid, and of course, guys, as I just said, go check out the GSC Dota 2 rebroadcast will be coming up next. I'm Gods from Beyond the Summit. You can follow me on Twitter. I am twitter.com/BTSGods. Be sure to do that. Tell me how much you hate my casting or not. But we'll be back soon well, we won't be back soon. We won't be back soon. We're back soon-ish with a rebroadcast here. Thanks everyone for tuning in today, and we'll be back tomorrow with G1 League live action. See you guys.